everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plants, and today we are back to do some more daily sheets for our daily planner, which can be used to narrow things down each day so that way you're not getting so stressed and overwhelmed with whatever it is you may need to do. I am going in with my printables. They are linked down in the description below. I have the vertical and the horizontal, and today we're going to continue with using some scrap sticker sheets that I kind of used for other spreads, but now I just have like a couple stickers left on each of them. This time, unlike last week, I was prepared and I went through and I kind of made sets. I made 5 sets of what we're going to do today, so that way we're not sitting here with me trying to figure out what to use. So I already pre-made all my sets from the scrap sticker sheets that I have because I have a whole book filled with them. And we're going to just go in with those and see what we can do. So I'm going to set those other 2 aside. We're going to start with this one. And I think I'm going to start with this one because in my head, I'm like, this one might be the easiest. So these are what we're going in as the decoration. So we have a quote on this one. We have some fun little pieces. This one is Cheeky Fall. All of these, I think, are Planet Darby stickers. So Cheeky Fall. And then we're going to pair that with these flowers, which I feel like is perfect with the yellows that are in there. And then I also am going to use the more brown kind of tone. And then I'm pulling out these brown linen scraps too. So we're going to pair these ones all together to make our spread today. And I'm thinking I'm going to go in with jewel tone colors because I have that yellow. And so between those yellows, I think I'm going to kind of go in with the jewel tone colors for my boxes. So I'm going to go in first and add in some Series 5 jewel tone boxes to kind of just get those first initial colors in here. So I'm going to do the light yellow, and then I'm also going to do the more like burnt orange yellow color to start, and then those are going to be my main colors for in here. And we'll kind of just see where the rest of this takes us. We do have the corner pieces, which I'm like, why didn't I use the corner pieces when I use these stickers? Because those are usually my first my first go-to for the scraps. So I think that's kind of fun. We actually have some corner pieces to use this time. Of course, I'm going to have to repunch right over here, but it's fine. Or I can just cut it. I might just use the X-Acto knife for that one so I don't have to repunch it. But anyway, so we're going to just get these in because then I can layer. I mean, I have clear stickers, but I'm just going to have to be okay with layering because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get all of these in here anyway. So I'm just going to go in and start laying down all of these scraps to kind of get something going. I'm going to layer more boxes. I know I'm like doing a lot of covering up, but my goal is to go in with some more boxes and kind of fix that. But for right now, I'm just trying to get all these scraps in because the goal is always to use all of the sticker sheets that I pulled out. So we're going to see if we can do it. And I have quite a few stickers, so this one might be a little harder because there are a lot of stickers that I am working with this time. So we'll kind of have to see if we can make it work. There are a lot of scraps on this page. I'm kind of like, oh no, like I have a lot. I still have 2 more. Okay, I'm pulling them out. We're committed. Commit to the scraps, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to lay them in random spots and then we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay, that was a lot of scraps. I realized that, but we needed to use all of those. So we did it. So that's all that matters is we were able to get in all those. Okay, I'm going to start going in with some of the clear floral stickers just to start adding in a little bit more of a pretty look. I can always layer my quote on top of these. So I'm kind of like, let's go ahead and cover up my space a little bit. And then we can go in with more functional later on. So I'm going to start laying these florals in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all the florals. I always like misjudge the florals. I'm like, oh yeah, I can make all of those work. And then I start to do it and I'm like, maybe if it was a 2-page spread, I'd be able to make it work. But I think because I'm doing one single page, I think that's why. I think I keep thinking like, oh yeah, 2 pages, easy. I can use all those stickers. And now I'm like, I don't think I can. We'll figure it out, but I'm just gonna lay things in here and we'll see what happens. Just getting a lot of these colors. I'm focusing on this sticker sheet first, and then if I have space, maybe I'll go in with the other one, but I'm kind of like, I might not even be able to use the other one now. So we'll see. I know I did use one sticker from it, and I feel like I need to do some of that one because that has a lot of the yellow that I'm using. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of unknowns right now. There are a lot of unknowns. Let me get some of this, more of this yellow color in here though, since we already kind of committed to those colors. I'm gonna lay this down at the bottom. A lot going on here. This one also has more of like the little bit of green in it too, which is why I figured the other sheet that I haven't started using yet would go well with this one because it does have those colors in it too. So we'll see. This is a lot of stickers. I 100% misjudged. I was not thinking about how many stickers this actually was for one page. Okay, finish that one. We still have a few more on here, but I am going to go in with this real quick. We have one quote. It says, "My sweater game is strong. This I know." It's a little bit more of that fall vibe quote. So I'm going to lay that in there. And then honestly, we're just going to stick the rest of the florals around that. So we only have a few more. So I'm like, well, might as well use them all. Might as well. And I might cover up some of those things that I just put down because I am going to put some more boxes in there. I'm just not there yet. Okay, we at least have all the florals in, so that was a feat, but we still have all of these teeny tiny little ones. I'm going to go in with some smaller boxes. So I'm going to go in with series 2 and pull out the darker color, and then we're just going to layer so that way I have actual places to, like concentrated places to write on. So I am going to add in some of those so we have them. I don't know. Just adding in some extra boxes. Okay. Now we have to add in all of these little bitty pieces, and this is going to pull in even more color. So I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm just going to start laying these all around, maybe in between things, layering on top of the other things. This is just going to pull in more color. I know exactly why I didn't use these the last time I used them, because there's a lot of them. It's a lot of work. But we're going to use them now. So I was always going to use them at some point. I just wasn't ready at the time when I first pulled them out. Ooh, you know what? I can use some of these to make like a washi banner. Like a put together, kind of like stitched. So I'm actually going to put a lot of these singles and use this to spiffy up this line here where you would write the date. Yeah, put those on there, and then it's like my own little washi banner, and it gives a lot of those a purpose. Oh my gosh, there's still so many. I'm not even close. Like, not even close to being done. There's so many. No, there's not a lot of room to write in here. I mean, the checklist, I've pretty much left the checklist alone. So we still have that space. But I am about to take over some of the spaces because I have some kind of big ones. Okay, this is the last one. Oh my gosh, we did it. That was a lot of stickers. So these are the ones we used. They were all from Planet Derby, but we did it. We used all 4 sheets. There are a lot of stickers on this page. I will not lie. There are a lot. Some might say too many. This is my little scrap sticker thing. Some may say too many, but you know what? At least it's better than them just sitting on the sticker sheet, not being used, and then being forgotten. So, you know, I'll take that over just having all these loose sticker sheets that have a few stickers on them and then they just never get any love because they're just there. Okay, there we go. I feel like all the colors go together. It's just, there's just a lot. There were a lot of those scraps, and I did not take that into account. But we did finish 4 sheets, so I will call that a win. Okay, 1 page down, 4 more to go. We're going to hop over to a horizontal, and I'm trying to figure out which. I have things laid out, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Which set I want to do. Okay, I think I'm going to do this one. So this is, oh, I had some quotes too. This one does not have a lot to it, so I think we're going to do, but I have 3 pages of this same cobblestone, and then I had these like little wolves, and this is literally the only decoration I have. So this one might be more on like the scrap decoration than anything, but I think I'm going to go in with black boxes. And I actually don't think, now that I pulled this one out, I don't think I have any blank ones. I sure don't. So I'm going to grab series 5 because this has black boxes in it and I haven't used those yet. So I'm actually going to lay these down first before I do anything else. So I'm going to lay down all 3 of these, and I'm just going with black. I could do gray, but I think I want to just do black for these ones. Okay, and then I kind of have some of the same, but some different between the 3 sheets of these. And then 2 of them are printed on my old sticker paper, and then one of them is printed on like a nicer, I don't know, I feel like just a really nice paper compared to the other ones. But we'll make it work. It'll be fine. I am going to go in with this square, and I want to use it from this book because I'm trying to use up my black boxes book first. And then I am going to take my little wolves and put them over there in the corner. I just wanted to have the black down first as like a little bit of a background. So we're going to stick them down there. I also feel like I want some of the cobblestones underneath them just a little bit. So I'm going to take a little thing of that, whichever one I can get up. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to shove this underneath there. Because I just want a little bit like that stone look. And that's kind of why I paired them together, because I was like, that's stone. Like, we can make those kind of go together, right? Okay, and then we'll use this sheet and kind of start adding some of that stone, those stone pieces in between some of these other areas. Okay, and then this one is bigger. I just want to put like the stone down at the bottom too. And then some up at the top. Okay, we finished that one. So we really only have one more piece of that. So we're going to go ahead and figure out somewhere to put this one. Maybe like over here. And I will trim that. And I don't think I want that. Okay, and then where'd my other... Okay, I was like, I had another thing of decoration that just had more of the little rocks. So I'm going to stick those on there. This one's like a little boulder. So I'll peel that one up. And try to like mesh those things together. Okay, so we at least finished all the scraps. All 3 of those ones, because apparently that one's one of my favorite scraps to use. And then we just have like these little moon filler pieces now to get in. So we're going to get these in real quick. And I'm just going to add these all around. There's like little filler pieces. Stick these in here. I'm like twisting my arm unnecessarily to get these in here. Don't know why I'm making it so complicated. All I have to do is lay them in here. Okay. I have a couple of those, and then we finished that one. So we finished all of our sheets that we set out to use for this spread. I'm just going to trim this because I shouldn't have anything else on the edges. And then I pulled out some Halloween quotes because one of them has like dark and like midnight. And so I feel like those ones kind of go with like moonlight and the cute little wolf puppies. And then, but we're going to just use these dark quotes here. Just like that. And then we finished that one. Okay, now we're going to add in some smaller boxes in there because I basically took up all the space that was in there for other things. So I am going to add a couple of boxes just to get some layering and then make it a little bit more on the functional side. I'm going to go in and recover up some of these stone pieces with some boxes to write in. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that one has a lot less stickers on it, but we did use them all and it was a lot easier to fit them all, and we were able to use all of the stone. So there we go. And we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. So we finished 10 so far. Whoop, whoop. Okay, this next one is going to be complete opposite. This one's going to be so colorful. So I have these sticker sheets. These are from Porter Arts Design. So singing cute, but I had tested them out on some other sticker paper. So this is like a glossy, but then I also have my matte sticker paper. And so I was just kind of testing to see them, and then I kind of haven't really used them. So I thought it would be fun to use these. And then I pulled out all of these like watercolor kind of marble-y scraps because I could find these colors basically in all of the bears. Like this peach color is showing in this bear, this red color is showing in like the pink and red bear, the green is showing in the green bear, and then of course there's like some rainbow. So we're going to try to marry all of these random scraps together and see what happens. I thought it would be fun to maybe use one of the sets of bears to kind of make something on the border. This is where it's going to get punched. So I think I'm going to use the glossy ones. And this is kind of what they look like, but I think you can see them a little bit better once they're down on the paper. Kind of. They're just like super glossy. But I'm going to try to use a lot of these for along the spine here. I'm just going to start laying them in a random pattern, but this is what's going to decorate the spine of the page, and then it will get punched. So, but there's going to be lots of color there, so it won't really matter because we'll still see that there's something there. It just won't be as much of a thing, which is fine. So I'm just going to lay these going down the side here. Let's see, I want the bear facing the other way. And orange. And then we need one more that's going to be like half of the bear. Let's do one of the rainbow ones. Okay, so we used all the glossy ones for my spine here. That will get punched through, so they won't be whole, but they're at least adding some color to the page. Okay, hold on, let me go in and trim all of these little bits and pieces off because there's a lot. Trimming. And last trim. Oops, sorry if that was loud. I did not mean to throw it. Did not mean to throw. Okay, so we kind of have our spine decorated. And again, it's shiny, and that's kind of why I wanted to put the shiny ones over there, because I knew they were going to cause problems. I think I'm going to go in with rainbow boxes because I can essentially just pull random colors and we'll have that color somewhere in here. So I'm just going to go in and start filling these boxes in with a color. So I'm going to do like yellow, pink, and then one more random color. And then maybe we'll use other color boxes for whatever layers. I think I'm going to do purple because there's actually not a lot of purple in here, which kind of makes me sad. So we'll do purple, pink, and yellow as our main ones here. And a lot of these scraps are on clear, so we're going to kind of have to see how that goes. I don't really know how well these are going to play. I'm going to try to put this peach one in the corner, and then maybe we put the other peach one. I might not be able to finish all the gummy bears unless we go crazy like we did in the other spread. I do have a couple on paper, but not a lot. So I'm going to use the paper ones to kind of layer on my boxes over here and maybe even cover up things. So I'll use that green to kind of layer a little bit. I'm going to put this, I might not, I think I might save this one. I'm like, now I maybe just use, I don't know, there's so many gummy bears. Now I don't know. What do I do? I'm conflicted. I'm like, I don't know what I should do now. Do I just use the glossy bears? Do I use the, like, I don't know. I'm just putting those over in the corner together because those are the two colors. I'm trying to keep like the colors with the bears that are that color, so it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Now I'm second guessing everything. Now I don't know what I'm doing. I need color down there is what I need. There's like no color. So let's go in with like rainbows. I have more green. I really am only going to count this piece because this other piece is like a scrap piece and it's really small. So we do have that one. And on this one, I have lots of color. I have the pink because this was the cherry blossom. And then I also have the rainbow. So between those two, I had quite a bit. I guess I'm going to add that one up there because where else would I put that? And maybe we do the rest of the pink down at the bottom because it's kind of big. I don't know. I'm winging it now. Now we're just going rogue. And I want more rainbow up at the top because there definitely needs to be more rainbow in here. Or we'll put it there or here. Maybe here. I'm just taking up a little bit more of that spot. I'm just covering those up because we don't necessarily need to know what those are for. Okay, so that one is done. Okay, now I really just have the gummy bears to figure those out. I have no clue what to do. I don't know if I should try to use all of the gummy bears or just finish off the glossy sticker sheet. I'm conflicted now. Or do I just make the whole page gummy bears and then I can layer quotes on top? Because I do have some quotes, so I can put a quote to kind of cover that up. You know what I mean? Like, do I just go that route? I feel like it's not a terrible route. But how many really am I going to be able to fit? Because I don't know. There's so many bears. Who would have known that bears would have been what brought me down? I'm so conflicted now. Okay, I'm adding in the rest of these ones. Let's get in the last of these glossy bears, and then we're gonna rethink our life choices. Okay, so one is down. I still have this one, and I'm like, I have to use it. I'm kind of just trying to make this area over here like a thing of color. This one is just going to look like rainbows just threw up all over it. Okay, and then we have this one. So now yeah, maybe I don't know, you guys. Nobody judge me. I'm just trying to use my stickers. We're just trying at this point really hard to make something work. So I'm just going to add all the gummy bears that I can fit in here, which I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to fit all of them. And all the empty spots that are left here. So we're just going to try, I guess. Try and try. Oh my gosh, this is chaos. Okay, I have these quotes. I'm not going to be able to finish this sheet today either. Great people. Here, this say yes and you will figure it out afterward. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like right now. I said yes to all these gummy bears and look at us. I'm like, am I figuring it out? Because I don't think I am. I think that is backfiring a little bit. I'm going to put these quotes in here, and I feel like they're the exact opposite of what is happening in this spread right now. But you know what? We'll let it go. Okay, I tried really hard to fit all of these gummy bears in here, and I just don't think it's going to happen, you guys. I don't think it's possible. I am going to go in with other color boxes, though, to try to get some of the other colors in here. So I need like some green, and maybe orange. I feel like I don't need to add red. Red's a little much sometimes, so we won't add the red in here, but I am going to add in a couple of the other colors just so we have more and more color in here. And now it literally just looks like these bears just attacked this spread. That's 100% what this looks like. Gummy bears all over, just attacked. The spread is called When Gummy Bears Attack, I guess, because I don't know. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, I don't think I couldn't use all this one, but I mean, at least I mean, I really could use all of them if I took up all of the actual usable space, but I'm not going to do that because that's a little ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we finished 5 more sheets, so gummy bears until next time. Maybe next time it won't be so chaotic. This one is chaos. I don't even know what to say about that one. Just pure chaos. We don't need to talk about that one anymore. Okay, next set we're going to do, we're going back to vertical. Okay, so I pulled out these ones, and then I was like, okay, what colors are in here? There's yellow, there's pink, and there's also some like green in there. So we have these yellow and pink florals. I have these pink scraps. I also have these blue and green, because there is some blue in there, and then these blue, and then these yellow scraps. So again, I might have pulled out too much and might be trying to make too much happen, but you know what? We've done it before, so gosh darn it, we can do it again. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try putting down some of these stickers first, especially these, because a lot of them aren't clear, especially these flowers, because I can always layer the boxes and I feel like it won't look weird when the boxes are layered on top of them. So I'm actually just going to go in and start slapping these other florals down just wherever. And then we'll let the other florals kind of be like the main. These ones are just kind of going to be like the background dancers of the spread. Like they're there, but they're not like the main focus. You know what I mean? So I'm going to slap these down first, and then we can layer other things on top of them. Like the boxes that are going to go in there are going to kind of cover them up. But then I don't have to cut anything. And then they're kind of just already there. So we're going to do that. And then we finished that one. So far, all except one sticker sheet have been Planet Derby. So just in case you needed to know what stickers I was using. Some of these I don't think are available anymore. Some of them might still be available. Some of them come in sets, all that good stuff. So it's just kind of whatever you find. Okay, now let's go in with boxes. So we're going with like the yellow, the pink, the green, the blue, Some of these colors are definitely in that pastel color vibe, so I'm going to grab pastel functional boxes. I feel like the pink I could pull from here too, but I'm going to go for this brighter blue as one of my main boxes. See, when that's under, I feel like that looks fine. And then we can go in, I could do pink or yellow. What? I feel like yellow needs to be, the green is very like in your face in this one. And then also this like more salmon color too, I think will work. So maybe we'll go with the salmon color as this side, and then we'll use a yellow to kind of break up those colors. I think the yellow is a little bit brighter, so I think I'm going to go in with the regular rainbow functional boxes for my yellow rather than going with the pastel. Okay. Okay, see, we have like our flowers in there. They're the backup. They're in there just as the backup. So that is their current role. Okay. Now what? Now what? Okay, I think I want to use these because I do want to kind of get a little bit more of this pinky color in here. So I'm going to start going in with these scraps and trying to incorporate some of this light pink shade in here a little bit more. Again, I'm just choosing to cover things up because why not? They could always be re-added later. Okay, that sheet is gone. And then we have these florals we have to figure out still. And then I have some other scraps, which I don't have to use them. I just pulled them because it will help pull in some more yellow. So like, it's not the end of the world if I don't use them. I'd like to try to use them, but it's also, again, not going to be the end of the world if for some reason I can't use them all. Okay, I realize I'm covering up this box. I'm going to put another box in there. We'll do that. But it says, love you like a sister. And it's really cute. So these ones are kind of like best friend stickers. Which again is just like a random theme for a daily sheet. But you know what? Who says a daily sheet has to make sense? I'm going to go in with these friendship bracelets as my like washi strip stickers. So we have those there. And then we have like a cute little broken necklace on there. And then I'm going to pull in another one of these quotes, which I know I've used these. Apparently I've pulled these ones out quite a bit to use, but we're going to get some more quotes in here. So the way to win is to try. And then we're going to figure out these florals. So I do want to add in more of the blues. Maybe put things along the spine too, because that'll save us some space if things are along the edges and the spine. And then we don't have to worry as much about fitting it on the main part of the spread. Like they'll still be in there, but not having to worry about them is a little bit easier. So I'm going to start sticking these in here. Cute little yellow flower. And then this gigantic flower here. Stick that there, and then I'm going to mix some of the blue in here. Just kind of layer down there. Maybe go in with a little bit more down the side here. That's where it's going to get punched. So adding that in there. And then I have one more of those. I feel like they look weird, but I'm hoping when I punch it won't look as weird. It definitely looks weird though. But we did use all those. And then I am going to use the rest of these to kind of finish the spine here. So I'm actually going to keep taking these pieces and I'm going to just keep it going. Keep it going. Put some over on the other side. And then that way these last few pieces can kind of still be a part of it. And then at least have something going all the way down the spine. Which I think makes a little bit more sense than if it just like stopped. Okay, I have more to cut off. More to add. Oh, no. It's like I hate when they stick to my table. I'm like, it took me forever to get my backdrop on my table because it's not wallpaper, just like sticky paper, whatever it's called. And it took a long time to make sure there weren't bubbles like in this specific area. So I feel like I'm always so protective of it, of like, don't ruin it. Like, this took me forever and I don't want to have to do it again anytime soon. I feel like my other one got so gross, but it was on there for a while. Okay, that's what we're looking like so far. I still have the little lockets, so we are going to add those in there because totally makes sense. Totally. But you know what? When you're using scraps, it doesn't have to fully make sense, I guess. Okay, I'm cutting some of those off because they're a little bit too long and I didn't want to cover up any of the quote. And then we have our last little piece here that will hang from up here. But we finished that one, so it's fine. Okay, so the only thing we didn't use is these, and I feel like that's okay. I think that would have been a little overkill if we also used those scraps. So one scrap is enough. Now I need some smaller boxes. So I'm going to grab 2 of pastel because we have 2 colors in here that were pastel, and I'm going to add back in my box so that way that can still be a functional area to write. And then we also need the salmon color. So I'm going to add in a couple of those. And then I think I'm going to leave the yellow alone. I think I'm okay with leaving the yellow just a single. Okay, there's that one. Lots of color on there. We used a lot of stickers, but we did finish 5. So, whoop whoop. Okay, moving on. Maybe some other time these will go together. I'm like, no, maybe I'll just keep pairs together. Okay, we have one more spread to do. This one I think is a little bit more put together. So we have these florals, these scraps, and then it's just kind of like a floral. This one, I don't have a lot of stickers. So I feel like I should be able to do this one without making it go too overboard. At least that's what I'm going to hope. We shall see. I feel like I've been thinking that's how this was going to go this whole time, and it definitely did not. So, you know, we're just going to hope that this time it works out a little bit better. So I'm going to start going in with these scraps first, because again, I think layering on top of the scraps, well, I do like the look of the scraps on top of the boxes, though. Okay, maybe I'll do the boxes first. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, guess what color scheme I'm going in with first? Pastel, because this pink is definitely this light pink pastel, or even the darker. Actually, I think the darker pink will look better. But I'm going to go in with 2 of those because I don't know if I have enough of the sage green that I'm thinking of using. And that color, I believe, is it in autumn or winter? I don't remember. Nope, not that one. It's either in autumn or winter. I know I have a sage green color. There it is. I just don't know if I have any of the boxes. Because I think I used them all. I did. I really used them all. We have none. We have none. How is that possible? Shocked. I am shocked. You know what? I'm going to make one of these other boxes work. I don't have a backup of this one. And I honestly don't know if I have any more of this book. But I'm going to make this one work, and we're going to cut it so that way it fits, first of all. And then I'm going to use a scrap to cover up where I cut, so that way it just looks like I covered up the bottom of it. So, okay, well, that's how we're going. And then I'm going to just take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to just trim it. That's not an X-Acto knife. That's a pen. We're struggling. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm about to cover it up anyway. Okay, I got to put that back. I could use that again. We could use that for something else. Put that back in the book. Okay, then we're going to cover it up, and then it's like, how would you know? How would you know that that wasn't a full piece? You wouldn't. So there we go. Success. Okay, we only have a few pieces of scraps, and I feel like we should be able to get all of them in some capacity because these are the only scraps we're using. Do a little bit at the bottom. That's a lot of scraps at the bottom, but we're just going to go with it. Okay, now we're going to go in with our florals. I'm going to go in with the really big ones first because those are going to take up the most space out of everything. So I'm going to go in with those ones first. We have this one, and then we have this one. Go in with some of those. We are going to take over some of the, whatchamacallit. This is just like a pretty leaf. So we finished that sheet, and then I have these blooms I can go in with if I don't rip it. This one's kind of tall on the tall side too. I'll stick that in there. And I have a slightly smaller. I'm going to kind of stick down to fill in that space. And then we've got this random, I don't even know what this is. It's just like a random color compared to all the other ones. I don't know how I feel about this one. Okay, I won't add it up there. And then that one is done. And then we just have like the little bouquets and stuff. So let me trim off because I don't think any of these other ones are going to go off the page. So let me trim off any little excess stickers that we don't need. Like we do not need this stem. Sorry, not sorry. We don't need this little piece of scrap. Okay, so now we get to kind of fill in the rest of the area. While I have it out, I am going to go in and do my functional first really quick. I am going to layer, and I'm going to kind of cover up some of that one because I'm not the biggest fan of that one for some reason. It's just not doing it for me. Okay, so we're going to add in a couple of those. I think I have some of these. I don't know if I have any of the bigger sizes. I sure don't, but I do have some of the smaller, and that's fine. At least we can get in one, and then it kind of could be a header for that one. Okay, functional is in. We're going to add in a quote. This one says, "Great people do things before they are ready." Add that in there. Get a quote. I could add in the last quote, and then I could be done with this sheet. I'm like, I don't have as many stickers this time. I can do it. And then we can finish that quote sheet. Woohoo! I wasn't planning to finish it today, but we did it anyway. Okay, now I have all these like little bouquets of flowers that have nothing to do with any of the other flowers that we've already laid down, but we're going to add them anyway, and we're going to somehow make it look like they're supposed to go together. At least they're all in like kind of the same color scheme, so that kind of helps, and that's honestly why I use these in the first place. Later this, I feel like you can't really see it super well, but in my head I thought that would look good, but I guess it would have looked better if those were on clear. And then we just have some cute little bows that we'll just add around. If these were on paper, it'd be a lot easier. My obsession with just like having everything in clear and in paper is really what got me into this mess in the first place. Because really, if these were on paper, it would be so much easier, but I don't really know what to do with these bows. I think I'm just going to add them over where it's going to get punched. Because I don't know what else to do with them. Oh gosh. Add a bow there, and then we have like a tan bow, which I'm like, that's not going to show up anywhere where there's other stuff. So we're just going to have those over on the side. And then we finished that one. We did it. We pretty much used all the sticker sheets that I pulled out, which, look at this stack, guys. We finished that. That's a win. And these are the only two that we didn't finish. So I feel like that's pretty darn good. These videos have gotten way longer, so I'm so sorry. But it's definitely harder to use stickers that weren't meant to be together, but it is possible. And hopefully this is like showing you that it is definitely possible to still, do stuff with that. So let me go ahead and get these punched, and then we will take a look at all of them. Alrighty, so we have page 1, Fall Overboard. That's what I'm calling that one. Page 2, I feel like this one is the most calm out of all of them. And then page 3, again, this one is just pure chaos of a rainbow and gummy bears. Page 4, I feel like all the colors work really well with this one, but it definitely has a lot of stickers on it. And then finishing off with page 5. So there we go, you guys. We used scrap stickers for all of these, and that was a fun time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one.